Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today we are going to have a nice little quick chicken dish. It's called chicken pizzaiola. There's many different ingredients you can add to this dish. I'm going to keep it pretty basic so that you guys can see how quick and easy it is. It's great to eat standalone by itself. You can have it with pasta. You could put it on a hard roll, whatever. But it's really, really good. I've been dying to make this for you guys because I've made it for myself before. I just want to share this with you. I've been wanting to do it for a while because it's so quick and easy. And you guys are going to love this. All right, so without further ado, let's get to it. Just so, because it was still hot. I'm going to put it back on here when we get done with this part. Anyway, I got a tad bit of olive oil back there. I've got some Western cooking oil. I'm going to mix the two of them together kind of in the skillet. Here I've got some flour that I've already started using. Like I said, I started using it. I cooked the chicken off a little bit. Salt and pepper, some oregano. This is one of my little secrets. Mr. Ed's hot paprika. Very good. Some tomato paste if we need it. Some mushrooms are in there, see them? And then I got some crushed tomatoes on the label. It looks like they're plum tomatoes. I couldn't find any plums. That's what I was looking for. Plum tomatoes. Here I've got some chicken that I filleted and pounded out. That's what I'm going to show you guys. I got some garlic there, some fresh basil, and some onion. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to it. Well, I'll tell you, last night we got a lot of rain. The dog was scared. We had a lot of lightning and thunder. We got over 3 inches of rain last night. But anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so I got the chicken. As you can see, it's pretty thin. It's about 1/4 of an inch thick. I pounded this. I sliced it. And I use this. This is a meat pounder. I use this one. I have the other one. It's a hammer, but I use that. Anyway, that's what we're going to start out with. So I got put some wax paper down here so I can just clean it up real easy. Lay the chicken out. And then take your clean hand and just hit it with some salt and pepper. Then we're going to hit it with a little bit of paprika. This gives it a little bit of heat. This is hot paprika, okay? So this here is, we got this from Penny's dad one time. Penny was up there. She came back, and he threw this in with the stuff he gave her. So I've been steadily using it. And then when we were up there together, I think it was the last time, he shared us another bottle of, or container. I don't know what it is, but we have some more yet. I like it. Gives it a little bit of heat. Okay, so then the same hand, gonna flip this over. Now, if you don't want, you don't have to use the paprika at all. That's what Penny and I like. It does give a little bit of heat. But you want to make sure you salt both sides, salt and pepper both sides of your chicken. Because chicken's kind of bland, right? So we want to do that. And then we're gonna get this, some of this paprika on here. And as you can see, it's just a little bit, it's not much. I mean, because this stuff, you put too much in there and you'll get a mouthful of heat. We just want to do that for a little bit of flavor. Okay, so let me get the skillet here. Let me put it back on the heat. I'm going to put a little bit more oil in here, I think. I have some oil in there. I don't want to get it, don't want to have not enough. Got to cook these 3 pieces here. I've already cooked the rest. I'll show you when I get all done how many pieces I ended up with. I used probably 3 half breast, okay? Like you get the chicken has 2 breasts. I used one of those, 2 breasts, and I used another one. I don't know, people call it chicken breast. That's what they mean, just half, I don't know. Don't laugh at me, please. Please. Oh, God. All right. Remember, always shake off the excess. And even if you do, you're still going to get You'll be looking at the bottom of your pan. You'll see all the excess flour that falls off when it's cooking, sitting at the bottom. Okay, so I put on my flour here, I don't know, maybe, I just dumped it. I didn't measure it, but I'd say I probably used less than half a cup with everything. How you dredge it, because it's a light dredge. It's not heavy. So this here, I'm going to throw it in the trash because I can't use it no more. Unless I got some more chicken on me, but I think I've done pretty much all the chicken I'm going to do right now. Okay, so let me swing you guys over to here. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit more cooking oil in here. Just a tad. You can see that it's been used, so that, you know, I already cooked. I don't know how many pieces total, but just a little bit. I'm not going to put no more olive oil in there that I put a little earlier, just to mix it up. That's way more oil than I need, actually. But you know, if you guys watch me cook chicken with stuff like this before, you've seen I always put down a piece of paper, because it's easy to clean up on the counter. It doesn't get all sticky. The flour don't get everywhere. So you might want to, if you don't do that yet, you might want to try it one day. I don't know. Let me see if this might be hot enough already. Let me just give it a little dip. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, I think the oil's there. So we'll plop this in here. Now that's the other reason that you want to do these pretty thin, is because they cook quicker. Really, 1 or 2 minutes on each side, and that's that. Clink this up. See, nice easy cleanup in the trash. Okay, it's time for the little flip. Boop. And a boop. And a boop. Well, that'll cook for another couple of minutes, and we'll be right back. Okay, I believe we are done. Whoop. Oh. Well, unless that's hot grease. Okay, so let me bring you over here just a tad bit. As you can see, all my chicken pieces here, well, pretty much of them anyway. And all I do is notice I have a paper towel, and under that's a sill pat. You don't really need all that. I just put the rack under there to keep them getting, so that they don't get too soggy. They're going to be sitting there for a little bit. And then I just take them and put them right up on the rack, and we try to keep them a little warm here by putting a little aluminum foil blanket on them. Okay, I'm going to set these off to the side and get this hot pan out of the way, and we will be right back. Okay, as you can see, I got me a little bit of oil in here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to make the sauce a little bit. And this is another one. You don't have to use this. If you want to make it quicker, you can get store-bought sauce in a can. I don't care. I'm doing this my way. I was going to make the whole sauce bit, but this seems to be a little easier. So anyway, all my onions are going in, and we're going to let those soften up just a tad. And then we're going to throw the garlic in. I did a rough chop on the garlic. First I was going to slice it, but then I said, just rough chop it. So let me move my basil leaves out of the way. They smell pretty good. All right, let me get a spoon. Because this is where it goes pretty quick. Once we get this sauce going. I'm going to dump me hit with a little salt and pepper. Let that cook a bit, and then we're going to toss the garlic in. Okay, I got my onions pretty well where I want them, so now we're going to hit the garlic in there. And normally I tell you, when you get the little smell of garlic, it's time to start cooking. You don't want to burn it. Well, today I'm going to try to get a little roast on it, a little garlicky tan, if you will, on the garlic. Just a slightly brown, not too dark. Because I'm hoping that we get a nice garlic flavor out of this. But it's smelling, shoo. If you like garlic, you're gonna love this. If you don't like garlic, don't put it in. I tell you that all the time. But like I said, this is pretty easy. And you have another one, steak pizzaiola. Same thing except you use beef. We'll let this go for a couple minutes, and next step's going to be pretty quick. Okay, I'm being a little bit of a chicken. I don't want to burn the garlic, so the next step is we're going to pour in our plum tomato, crushed tomatoes. They look like plums. That's a plum tomato on the label. It doesn't. I don't think it says it on the can though. Not in the writing anyway. I'm gonna get my spoon and try to get all I can out of there, huh? And I'll use a little silicone spatula, my favorite tool here. Getting stuff out of the can or the jar. Look, there's gonna be a lot coming out. Look at that. Huh? Whoa. Now you can use San Marzano tomatoes. You can, like I said, you can, if you don't want to do all this, just take a can of tomatoes, a pre-cooked, pre-made tomato sauce, and have at it. Okay? I'll just use this, right? It's all messed up. Now this here is a little runny, so, well, when you cook it down, it might get so I'm going to put a little tomato paste in here, I think. Just a little squeeze, couple ounces. Yeah. And this is, to me, this, I love this little, you just squeeze what you need and put it back in the refrigerator. No waste. And unlike when you get those cans, there's never a lot of recipes. Just, oh, give me a teaspoon of this, a teaspoon of that. This here, that little tube will save you money. See how it's kind of loose or runny kind of, so that's why I put the tomato paste in there, and it'll thicken it up some. Then if you get it too thick, then you got to put some water in there, right? All right, let me bring this up to temp, and we will be back. Okay, guys, now since I've been waiting, I just went and took a couple ladlefuls of mushrooms out of my container and diced them up. Now that's a total option. If you guys don't like that, don't put them in. Now let me rinse off some of these basil leaves here. This is a basil plant Penny got me a while back. It's pretty full. That's why I'm trying to use some of this, and I'm going to make some more pesto sauce here. She likes the pesto sauce. So anyway, I'm just going to tear a few of these up. I was going to run a knife through them, but this is just as easy. I'll take this off, a little brown spot. But yeah, that's the only thing we got to do is keep reminding ourselves to water the plants. Because we bought it was cheap. At Sprouts, they had a basil plant, but it turned into like 5 plants after we got it home and split it up. So we got plenty of basil, I'll tell you that. I'm going to make some basil, pesto basil. I'm probably going to put it in the freezer. That's enough basil. That's enough. Don't want to I want to overdo it. All right. Yep. So we'll bring this here to a temperature, and then we're going to add our chicken back in. And you guys are going to love this. It's going to knock your socks off. It's going to rock your world. Oh well. But yeah, I've been wanting to make this for a while, so, and finally getting around to it. And it really is simple, very tasty. Like I said, you can put it, I used to have it on a hero or Italian bread, nice crunchy. And then when you get done, you drip on the plate, you use your bread to mop up the excess sauce. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, bring the chicken over. Since it's just me and Penny, I don't want to overcrowd it, but I'm going to put enough in here to she can have 2 or 3 pieces. I'll have 2 or 3 pieces, and that'll be good. And that's that. I didn't make them real big pieces on account of I don't want us to look like we little piggies. Okay, one more. I have to have one for the taste test, right? Okay, 2. That leaves us with about 6 or 7 pieces. Just trust me, I know we're going to have enough sauce left, so I'll give this to Penny tomorrow for her lunch or brunch or whatever she wants to have it for. I'm going to be putting a lid on here in a minute. Because what I'm going to do is get some cheese out, some cheese, as it were. Yeah. I'm just playing with it, guys. Come on. I know. Don't play with the chicken. I know. Okay. And there was no, you know what in there. It was just plain and simple. I was just joking. All right. Let me get a lid and put that on and let this warm through. Get the chicken heated up, and I'll put some cheese on. Okay. I think my chicken is up to temp here. We got a little bubble in here. So what I'm going to do. Got some grated Parmesan cheese here. I'm just going to sprinkle it on top real light like. Because then I got another cheese when we dish this up to hit it with. So this is some Parmigiano cheese there. Shredded Parmesan, that's what they call it. It's nice, it tastes good. You know, it's funny how I got this one. I thought I was ordering something else. Personally, I think I did order something else, and they didn't have it and just gave me this one. But it's usable. If it's usable, it's good. All right, let me put the lid on this, and we shall be back because we are done. Now that, my friends, was a quick, easy dish. Okay, guys, as you can see, I got a nice bubbling going on over there. So what I'm going to do, I got a nice little plate just for you. Okay, so we're going to get a little of this here sauce. I'm going to put a little on the bottom. Look at that goo. Can you see that stretching out like that? Look at that cheese. Look at that cheese. Put that on the bottom of the plate a little bit. Now I'm going to go fishing. Oh boy. Let me get a... I'll be better off with a fork, I think. There you go. I'm telling you guys, you're going to love this. I told you guys I wasn't done with the cheese, so here you go. Some Pecorino Romano. I'll give a little dusting of that. Nice grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Wow. Pecorino Romano. Nice cheese. Look at that. Okay. And for a little garnish here onto the side, just to tell people what we got in here. We got some basil sauce. Put a basil leaf over there. Who's missing? Who's missing? My little buddy's missing. That's who's missing. We'll put Mr. Elmo right there, huh? All right, guys. We'll see you at the taste test table. I can't wait. Okay, at the taste test table, and I, for one, today, especially this recipe, cannot wait to dig in. Look at that. Hey, look at him trying to steal my cheese, huh? Wow. Fork tender. Well, it should be. Could do the happy dance, huh? I did add the oregano in. Well, I know I might have forgotten when I was cooking the sauce, but I did add it in. But boy, this is one tasty, tasty, tasty dish. Next time I make it, you can throw a lot of different things. You could throw maybe some bell peppers in there, some spinach. Okay, I'm gonna stop eating. Serve it with a nice crusty Italian bread. We're gonna have it this evening with some penne pasta. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, your family. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. I could use the help. Hit the subscribe button. When you do, a little notification bell will pop up. You can hit that, and each and every time I come up with a video, you'll be notified. There's an arrow down button there on the right hand side below the video. You hit that, that'll give you a drop down box. In the drop down box, you'll get a link to my Cooking with Mr. Dan Facebook page, a link to my daughter's artwork site page, which you should check out, and also a complete list of the ingredients and how we put this wonderful dish here together. So, stay here, my friends, and when you are, come back and we'll give you another delicious dish just like this. This is Mr. Dan saying stay healthy, stay out of COVID's way, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. We are out for now.